Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Okay, I hope you like my background. Anyways, Mama's taking a little time off today, just to to lift my spirits up and to take care of myself, of course, right? Anyways, I hope you guys are doing amazing today, and today I wanted to discuss job loss. Okay. Job loss can be very traumatic for a lot of people, right? Especially if you've dedicated a lot of your time, a lot of your energy to a certain company, right? And then you get fired, right? You get let go because they decided to maybe cut back. Maybe they don't have enough resources, right? Maybe the company is going down, so they decided to cut back, right, and fire some employees. And as you guys know, most companies are not loyal, okay? And so especially nowadays, right? And so you can't expect loyalty from a company anymore. Back in the day, maybe, right? But nowadays, things are changing very rapidly, right? And so sometimes, and unfortunately, a lot of businesses go out of business, and that's just the reality of things, right? Especially if they're startups, right? And so essentially it's very difficult for a business to survive, and sometimes they just have to let people go, right? And so but here's the thing though, right? If you've been let go from a company, okay, if you've been fired, I have some really, really excellent news for you, okay? And this news is that you've been human beings have been created by a very powerful God, right? Our God is the creator of the universe, right? And He has created life. He has created every single one of us, right? And we're created in His image, right? And so what that means is that you have the power to create just like He did, right? And so this is just a friendly reminder to you that if you did lose your job, then have faith and sulk for a while, accept what has happened, right? But also, just remember who you are. Remember who you are, right? We're the creators of our universe. We're the creators of this reality, of our reality, right? And so now that you've been let go, perhaps you've had to, or maybe you were forced to let go of something that wasn't serving you anyways. Perhaps you've just been let go from something that you outgrew, but you got so comfortable sitting in that you were just like I said, human beings are creatures of habit, right? And so we get used to being in bad relationships. We get used to hopefully nothing is gonna like fall on my head. Anyways, but we get used to sitting, in this comfort, right? We get used to doing nothing. We get used to being complacent, basically, right? And just being comfortable, even if the situation is no longer serving us, even if we outgrew the situation or relationship, right? And so sometimes you getting fired is the universe's way, of God's way, or God's way of pushing you towards something that you truly were meant to be doing, and so thank God for that, okay? I know it might not seem like it's a great thing now, but you will probably be in a completely different situation soon, okay, in the future, and you will realize what has happened, and what has happened was truly meant to serve you. It was truly meant to be for your highest good, so the only thing is you probably just don't see it yet, okay? So if you've just been let go from a job, okay, recognize that, right? So everything happens for a reason, okay? And ultimately everything happens for our greatest good, even if we don't see it yet, okay? Because a lot of situations, they don't seem like they're good situations, right? And that's okay, but ultimately when you look back, a lot of the situations that I was in, what seemed to be a very bad thing was actually a very good thing, okay? And ultimately it made me stronger, right? And it made me it pushed me to finally see my own power, you know, and to finally accept my own power, right? Because more often than not, you were looking for a job, right? Maybe out of fear, you know, and you weren't even supposed to be in that job. But technically, every experience is meant to teach us something, right, about ourselves. And so, yeah, maybe perhaps your learning, your job experience was exactly that. It was just meant to teach you. Okay, and like I said, maybe you got a little bit too comfortable in there, okay? And the universe was like, or God was like, hey, okay, it's time for you to go, okay? You're ready, right? And so, like a bird that has grown up, right? It's afraid to fly, right? So sometimes it needs that little shove, right, in order to fly. And so that's what we need too as human beings. We often need this little push to get going, and God has a way of you know, bringing people into our lives or things happening in our lives to make that push happen, okay? So either they push us with you know, perhaps with certain words, right, of encouragement, or perhaps something drastic happens that seems like a very bad thing, but ultimately it's for our greatest good, right? And so that's why, you know, you need to just be aware, you know, become aware of this, and you know, don't have no fear, you know. I know a lot of you might have even taken up that job because of fear, right? And so you ended up in a bad relationship, right? Like a work relationship, just like you would, you know, if you would have gotten into a in a relationship, like a romantic relationship out of fear, right? Then that wouldn't have been a relationship that serves your highest good, right? And so, of course, you can still learn from those types of relationships, right? Work relationships or romantic relationships, but, you know, ultimately, they're not for our highest good, and we're not really meant to be stuck in them for a long time, okay? And so, thank this experience, you know, thank this experience and get your power back, you know. Now that you've been let go, right, you probably have gained a lot of skills in your company, right? And so maybe you've been working there for a long time, and so you've gained a lot of skills, right? And so use those skills perhaps to start your own business, right? Use those skills to create or gain new skills if you need to, you know. There are so many courses that are free nowadays, you know. So anything that you're being led to try, you know, go ahead and try this. Oh, look, it's like I'm grabbing a sun ray. Anyways, but, you know, anything that you were, you know, thank the universe or thank God for pushing you out of a bad situation, okay? Or a comfortable, or a situation that you got way too comfortable in, and start, you know, of course, rejuvenate yourself, take care of yourself, you know, take a break, right? Release the stress or the worry or the fear that's been holding you back, right? And that's keeping you stuck, right? Because of course those are all normal emotions to feel if something drastic or something seemingly bad happens to you, right? But once again, it might be your chance to start something on your own. It might be a chance for you to create something, right? To start creating, like writing a book, or starting a YouTube channel, right? Or you guys, nowadays, right, there are so many opportunities for all of us to just start creating. And the beautiful thing about, you know, for example, YouTube, right? The beautiful thing about YouTube is that we no longer had to audition, you know, we no longer had to audition or, you know, be accepted somewhere. We could just start something of our own and let our audience decide whether it was good or not. You know, and so that's the thing, right? Like we have the power to just do what we want to do. You know, we don't have to wait for anyone to give us this really opportunity or this, although sometimes that's needed too, right? Don't get me wrong. But still, in most cases, the power is in our hands, right? And so all we have to do is take this power and start growing something from it. You know, be it a YouTube channel, right? Be it a book, be it a podcast, be it, you know, becoming a personal trainer, a programmer, you know, maybe it's I don't know, guidance counselor, maybe it's a teacher, maybe you know, it can be any profession or anything that you really feel guided to do. The main thing is, right, is to trust your intuition, right? And to take your power back and to truly own your power, okay? Because you're a powerful creator. You're and anything that happens to you is ultimately for your own good, okay? So don't worry if you lost your job, okay? Because guys, working for a company is in a sense it's still slavery, okay? It's like modern day slavery, right? So you don't own your time, okay? You give out a huge percentage of your taxes goes out to the man, right? And you're being robbed, right? Because you're only getting a small portion of what you're owed, what you're really worth, right? And so you're and then the company, while the company is profiting from your labor, right? And so, and in most cases you end up working over 40 hours a week anyways, right? And so you have to just recognize this and remember that, right? You're giving your power away, right? You're giving your energy away, okay? And so it's a great thing that you were fired. It's a good thing, okay? Thank God for that. And recognize your own power. Recognize your power of creativity, right? You have this within you. You just have to tap into it, right? So once you tap into this creative power, you'll become unstoppable, right? Because you can do so many different things. You can open a business in any area of your life, right? In any field. And you don't have to necessarily depend on anyone to give you this break, to give you this new job, right? You can create your own job, and that's the beauty, of being the creator, right? And so this is just a friendly reminder to you that, you have it in you to create, okay? You don't have to be at the mercy of anyone's, hands, okay? You have the power to take your power back and to own it and to create and to start something out of nothing, basically, okay? So yeah, guys, much love to you. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it. Stay tuned for more videos.